Hello, ćao, dobar dan, ja sam Jelena i dobrodošli u još jednu video lekciju. U ovoj video lekciji provešću vas kroz mnoštvo prideva. Dakle, učit ćemo različite prideve, analizirat ćemo ih i stavljat ćemo ih u rečenice. Moja ideja jeste da nakon što objavim knjigu glagola, objavim i knjigu prideva. Inače, moje knjige možete nabaviti na sajtu Gumroad, u pitanju su elektronske knjige u PDF formatu, link za sajt se nalazi u opisu ispod videa. Što se tiče moje nove knjige, knjige glagola, također će uskoro i ona biti u prodaji, dakle moći ćete da je kupiti na sajtu, ali moći ćete da je dobijete i besplatno. A kako? Znate sami da je popularnost vrlo relativna stvar. Hoću da kažem, ponekad ta popularnost ne zavisi baš mnogo i od kvaliteta, već i od različitih stvari, prvenstveno od toga koliko ulažete u marketing. Dakle, ako želite da budete moji marketinški saradnici, dakle da učestvujete u promociji mog kanala, mojih knjiga, možete to da uradite i dobit ćete moju knjigu besplatno. Dakle, to bi trebalo da odlučite da uradite samo ako smatrate da je ovo što ja radim korisno i da može da bude korisno i drugim ljudima, tačnije da biste preporučili i drugim ljudima da gledaju moje klipove ili kupe moje knjige. Svi vi koji ste zainteresovani da tako nešto uradite, da budete moji marketinški saradnici, pišite mi u komentaru pa ćemo se dogovoriti dalje oko detalja. A sada da krećemo sa klipom. Dakle, krećemo sa pridevima. Prvi pridev je helpful. Šta znači helpful? Znači neko od pomoći. So, a person who wants to help other people. And for example, a person who helps you move the furniture, a person who changes the light bulb for you, or hammers nails for you. Yeah, that's very interesting. But this person, this helpful person is maybe a handyman. To je možda neki majstor. And handymen are usually helpful because they can help you do a lot of things that you can't do by yourself. So a helpful person. Also, advice can be very helpful. So when you need advice and a person gives you advice, and that advice can be helpful, and that advice can help you to solve some of your problems. So helpful. The second one, afraid. Afraid means uplašen. So, are you afraid of dark? Are you afraid of snakes? Are you afraid of spiders? These are things that people usually are afraid of. So, spiders, dark, snakes, I don't know, something like that. So, I am afraid of all these things. I'm afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't like seeing them anywhere. And usually when you're a little boy or a girl, you're afraid of dark. Yes. Alone, some. Treći alone. Some, of course, there is a difference between alone and lonely. So when you are alone, there is no one else around you, but maybe you don't feel lonely. Maybe you like to be alone. Me, for example, I would like to spend some time alone. I'm almost never alone. And I would like to be alone. I would also like to go alone on holiday, for example. That would be great. But I don't think that wish will come true. Amazed. Amazed, iznenađen, zapaljen. So, but I'm amazed how good you look. Iznenađen sam time kako dobro izgledaš. Of course, it's a positive thing. And for example, she's always amazed when she sees a famous movie star. So when you see somebody famous, you can be amazed. First, you're surprised because you saw a famous movie star, and then you're also delighted and amazed. Amusing, zabavan. So an amusing film, amusing book, or amusing person. So amusing person tells jokes, makes you laugh. Amusing person can think of something interesting to do always. So amusing person is a good company. Dobro je društvo. Angry, angry, ljut, angry. So he is angry with me or at me. So why are you angry with me? I haven't done anything wrong. Zašto si ljut na mene? Ništa nisam uradio. So don't be angry. When he is angry, I kiss him and he forgets all about it. And he is angry when I buy something and then I tell him how much that costs. When I spend a lot of money, my boyfriend, for example, is angry with me because he doesn't like spending money on clothes, for example, or on shoes. Annoyed is nerviran, so he is always annoyed when I spend a lot of money. So to annoy je iznervirati nekoga. And when you are annoyed, when you feel annoyed, it means that you don't feel well. Somebody did something and that annoys you. Dakle, neko je nešto uradio, to te iznerviralo, and now you are annoyed. For example, when your neighbor has a big loud party, for example, in the middle of the night, and then you want to sleep because you have to get up early the next morning, then you are angry and annoyed. And annoyed when, for example, I'm annoyed when people talk loudly on the phone, on the bus or in the street. That annoys me. To me nervira and I'm annoyed. Awkward, čudan, awkward. Čudan, nezgrapan. I usually use this adjective to describe a situation, so an awkward silence. For example, when you're in an elevator with a person from your building, with a neighbor that you don't know well, and then you enter the elevator together, and then usually there is that awkward silence, so you just like stand there and you can't wait to get out of the elevator. Čudna osoba. Okay, bad, of course, bad je loš, so bad cop, good cop, dobar i loš policajac. Of course, you all know when to use these adjectives, vi znate da koristite bad. Beautiful, a beautiful girl, a beautiful day, what a beautiful day today, or a beautiful dress, beautiful house, everything can be beautiful, lep. Big, veliki, I want to have a big car, I don't like small cars, I need a big car. Bored, bored is the next one, and prevod bi bio nekome je dosadno, so I am bored, dosadno mi je. And be careful not to mix this bored with boring. So when you say I'm boring, rekli ste zapravo ja sam dosadan. A I'm bored, meni je dosadno. So I'm usually bored, he is bored when I make him watch a romantic film in the cinema. So my boyfriend doesn't like this kind of films, and when we go to the cinema, he is bored. So what do you do when you are bored? Šta radiš kad ti je dosadno? What do you do when you are bored? What do I do when I'm bored? I don't know, I guess I just take my phone and do something with it. Okay, next one is boring. As I said, boring je dosadan. So I don't want to watch that movie, it's boring, and I don't like this book, it's boring, and I don't want to go out with him because he is boring. Či dosadan. Brave, hrabar, brave heart, hrabro srce. So we should all be brave, trebalo bi svi da budemo hrabri. I know it's difficult sometimes, but we should try to be brave, courageous as well, courageous, hrabar. So what do brave people do? They fight for their rights, and they help other people as well. So they are not afraid of anything, they are brave. Bright, svetao, a bright color, svetla boja, but also you can describe a person as a bright person. It means smart, clever, intelligent person. So she is such a smart girl, pametna devojčica. She is such a bright girl. Busy, zauzet. So a person can be busy, so I can't talk to you right now, I'm busy, call me later. But for example, the street can be busy. A busy street, it means that a lot of cars drive through that street all the time. So a busy street as well, a busy city when a lot of things go on. So busy, zauzet. Calm, smiren. So she's so calm and I envy her. Zavidim ju što je tako smirena. I'm not a calm person, but we should also all try to be calmer. Da budemo smireni, da se smirimo. So, do you know how they say? Calm down, smiri se, calm down. Take a deep breath. Count to 100. Broji do 100 i udahni duboko. And calm down. Capable, sposoban. A capable person can do a lot of things very quickly, can solve problems very quickly. For example, we mentioned this handyman or a neighbor who can change the light bulb and fix the washing machine or something like that. So capable people can solve problems and can make your life seem easier. Capable. Careful, pažljiv, so dry carefully, vozi pažljivo, pa carefully bi bio prilog, a careful pridev, so drive carefully, or I'm very careful and I'm always careful when I drive and I'm always careful when I cross the street, yes, and careless, nepažljiv, ali također može značiti i bezbrižan. Care, briga, less, nema, careless, bezbrižan. So let's see, he doesn't open the door for me, he never buys me flowers, and he is careless with my things, he leaves them on the floor and he makes them dirty. Prlja moje stvari i ostavlja ih na podu. And he spends a lot of money, although he doesn't earn enough. So he is careless about money, yes. Don't be careless about money, so you should save money and don't spend so much money every day. You don't need all these clothes. Ne treba ti sva ta odeća. Don't spend money on clothes. Cheeky, drzak, cheeky. We usually describe kids as cheeky. So a cheeky little pig. I remember that from Peppa Pig, a cartoon, crtani Peppa Pig. Pa opišu mamu Pig kada je bila mala. She was a cheeky little pig. Cheerful, veseo, cheerful person, a person who sings and smiles when he, for example, gets up in the morning. So he is not grumpy, nije grumpy, nego je cheerful, and he doesn't like watching sad movies. And when I'm in a bad mood, he buys me an ice cream, so he can cheer me up. So to cheer somebody up, raspoložiti nekog. And then, when you cheer me up, I'm cheerful. Okay, so cheerful, veseo, childish, detinjast, child je dete, naravno, a childish games, for example, neke igre za decu. Chubby, it's like a fat person, but don't say fat, because it's not very polite to call somebody fat. And chubby, debeljuškast. Chubby. Clever, pametan. We mentioned bright, rekli smo bright kao pametan, clever, smart, intelligent, bright. Can solve problems and can pass the exams easily. He knows how to boil 2 eggs at the same time. Can you believe that? So he's so smart. Zna da skuva 2 jaja u isto vrijeme. Very clever guy. Clumsy. Clumsy je nespretan. Okay, so he spills things. He crashes things, he drops things, he stumbles when he walks. So clumsy people are sometimes very funny people because they do some funny things. For example, when they drink tea, they spill tea and the tea is usually hot, so it can be funny, it can be dangerous, of course, as well. So try not to be clumsy. Try not to be clumsy. Confident, siguran, pouzdan, mentally strong, a mentally strong person who feels good about himself or herself. So confidence is very important, so you should be confident. Even if you are not confident, you should pretend that you are. Dakle, pretvarajte se da imate samopouzdanje čak i ako ga nemate, because sometimes people won't notice. Možda neće primijetiti. Confused, zbunjen. So I'm a bit confused now. I don't understand the meaning of all these adjectives. Dakle, don't get confused easily, ne dajte da vas zbune. When you are confused, you don't understand something. Coward, kukavica. Coward. We mentioned the adjective brave, hrabar, and this is coward, but this is a noun, ovo je imenica, kukavica, so it has nothing to do with our adjectives. Nema ništa sa našim pridevima. Crazy, lud, so a crazy man may be a real crazy man, but also you can say, oh, that's crazy, to je ludost, don't do that, that's crazy. Creepy, čudan. Awkward, we had awkward, kao strange, čudan, nezgrapan, and creepy. A creepy person, maybe you're afraid of a creepy person because he's disturbing, uznemiravajući, jeziv. You don't want to spend time with creepy people. Cruel, surov, heartless, bez srca. So cruel people don't care about other people and they just don't help other people, they don't like other people and they can easily harm other people. Mogu lako da povrede druge ljude and they just don't care. I nije im stalo. So cruel or heartless. Curious, radoznao, curious. When you're curious, you want to know new things, to discover new things, and it's a good thing to be curious. Of course, not too curious, nemojte biti suviše radoznali, but always be curious and always try to discover some new ways of doing some things. So don't just do the same things all day, every day, day after day, but sometimes try to make something new, to do something new. So be curious. Invent something. Cute, sladak, such a cute girl, that's so cute, to je tako slatko. Puppies are cute usually, if you like puppies. Dangerous, opasan, we mentioned cruel, kao surov, and when you are cruel and dangerous, in that combination, it's dangerous. So people who can kill somebody or do harm to somebody and avoid these dangerous people, but also a situation can be dangerous. For example, if you are walking on the edge of a cliff, po ivici neke provalije i stene, that can be dangerous as well. Delighted, oduševljen sam. I'm so delighted to see you. I'm so delighted that you've come. Dakle, oduševljen sam što te vidim, tako sam oduševljen što si došao. Delighted. Demanding, zahtevan. So my boss is usually demanding because he wants me to do everything at the same time and to be good at everything. So he is very, very demanding, and he also wants his coffee to be on the table at the exact time, and he wants his lunch to be ready and his shoes to be polished and his wife to be the most beautiful wife, his kids to be the best kids at school. So he is demanding and he is determined to do all these things. Dakle, determined, rešen. So when you are determined to do something, you will try to do it. So he is determined to do it at all costs, po svaku cenu. Diligent, vredan, diligent or hard working people. So yes, it's a nice adjective and nice quality. So we should all be diligent and hard working. It's not good to be lazy, not to do anything. Okay, we can be lazy sometimes, but most of the time we should be diligent and hardworking. Next one is dirty, prljav. That's the thing we shouldn't be. And our house as well shouldn't be dirty, and our shoes shouldn't be dirty, so they should be clean. Disappointed. Disappointed, razočaran. So when are you usually disappointed? For example, I'm disappointed, for example, when somebody tells lies to me, or when somebody does something that I don't like and that I didn't expect that person to do. So, for example, somebody cheated on you and then you are disappointed ako te neko prevario. Or you can be disappointed when you're very hungry and you tell your friend to buy, I don't know, chips for you, and then that friend comes with an apple and then you're disappointed. You didn't want an apple, you wanted real food, you wanted hamburger or chips. Dishonest. Dishonest person is a person who lies. So a person who tells lies. So it's not good to tell lies. Of course, we all sometimes have to tell a lie, but don't do it very often. It's better to be honest and to tell the truth than to be dishonest and to lie. Znači, nepošten, dishonest. Disobedient, neposlušan. So a person who doesn't obey. A person who doesn't obey the rules, koja ne poštuje pravila. So a disobedient kid, for example, who doesn't want to pick up his or her toys from the floor, because kids are usually disobedient. Distrustful, nepoverljiv. So when somebody cheats on you all the time and lies to you all the time, then you become distrustful. Postaješ nepoverljiv kad te neko stalno laže i vara, and then you don't trust people. You don't trust people anymore. It's a hard thing, but it happens. Dull, it's like boring. She's so dull. So a person who just can't offer anything, a person who who is just quiet and says nothing, does nothing, a dull person. Easygoing, opušten, an easygoing person. For example, if you say let's go to the cinema, easygoing person would say, okay. Do you want to eat pizza tonight? Well, okay, if you want to eat pizza, I'll eat pizza as well. So an easygoing person is a person who can just adapt himself or herself to the situation. He is not very demanding, or she is not very demanding. Edgy, nervous and always on the edge. So edgy person, it's sometimes dangerous to be in the company of edgy people, because you never know what to expect from them. They can just start yelling and screaming unexpectedly out of blue. So edgy people, nervousni ljudi, avoid them. Izbjegavajte and don't be edgy, of course. Elegant, well, I'm not very elegant today, but elegant dress, for example, elegantna haljina, it's always nice to wear an elegant dress when you go to a posh party. And elegant people wear suits and ties and white shirts and nice shoes. It's nice to be elegant. No, not all the time, but sometimes. Excited, uzbuđen, I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. To je pesma, ne znam da li ste prepoznali, ne znam baš dobro da je otpevam, znači tako sam uzbuđen i ne mogu to da sakrijem. Excited, so I'm so excited because you will watch my video and hopefully you will learn some new adjectives. And don't mix it with exciting. So exciting je nešto uzbudljivo, so the movie is exciting, the book is exciting, but when you describe how you feel, kad opisujete kako se osjećate, kažete excited. So I'm so excited now, right now. Exhausted, iscrpljen. So after this video I will be exhausted because when I talk too much I'm sometimes tired and sometimes exhausted. So when you're tired you're just umoran, but exhausted je iscrpljen. It's like very, very tired. Exhausted. Faithful, veran. So, what did we say? Distrustful? No. We had something similar. Okay, never mind. Faithful je veren. So a faithful person doesn't cheat, doesn't lie, doesn't tell lies. Yes, and it's nice to be faithful and not to betray other people. Famous movie star, famous singers. So when we are little, we have our favorite singers and movie stars, and of course when we are adults as well. So, and we always like to read about famous people, and it's strange, but we like to see what they eat, where they buy their clothes, etc. So famous people, famous movie stars, famous singers are always on the covers of magazines and newspapers. Fashionable, modern, fashionable, so you always buy clothes, the latest fashion, posljednji krik mode, so fashionable. People always like to be modern and to wear nice clothes. Fast, brz, fast, like quick and fast. So I drive very fast, but be careful and don't drive very fast. Fat, we mentioned chubby je kao debeljuškast, and fat je debel. Don't be fat, be fit, to je sljedeći pridev, fit. Exercises, you like going to the gym, and you can climb the stairs, you don't need to use the elevator because you're fit. It's nice to be fit, and I would like to be fit as well. Foolish, blesav, I'm sometimes foolish. Foolish can be like someone who does stupid and reckless things, nepromišljene stvari, and a person who shows lack of judgment or good sense, dakle ne procjenjuje dobro stvari i radi neke gluposti. So foolish people are not wise people, nisu mudri, nisu sensible, they don't use their brain, they just do some foolish, reckless things. Forgetful, zaboravan, I'm forgetful. I have to confess that I sometimes forget where I parked the car, I forget where I put my keys, I forget even what I said like 10 minutes ago. So yes, I'm forgetful. When you're forgetful, you should write everything down. That's very good advice. So write everything down. Zapisujte sve, and then no one will notice that you're forgetful. Niko neće primetiti da ste zaboravili. Fragile, nježan, fragile, easy to break, fragile. So they say that some women are fragile, and okay, some things can be fragile as well. Free, slobodan, released from prison. Oslobođen iz zatvora, pa je slobodan, but also free people can do whatever they want, and they can see whoever they want, they can buy whatever they want, and it's nice to feel free. Friendly. Friendly people just smile when they see other people, and they offer them help, and they invite them to parties, and they like to socialize, vole da se druže, to make friends. Frightened, uplašen, like afraid, scared, frightened. I'm frightened. Was he frightened when the police arrived? Well, I guess he was frightened, bio je uplašen. And when you're afraid and when you're frightened, you think that something bad is going to happen, for example, or something bad has already happened, and then because of that, you're frightened, you don't know what next will happen. And the last one for today is funny. A funny person does interesting things, he makes other people laugh, so she's so funny. So funny, like friendly and smiling person, sociable person, easygoing and funny. And of course, a book can be funny, a movie can be funny, everything can be funny. And I hope I was a bit funny today, because I don't like to be dull. Ne volim da budem dull and boring. I would like to be funny and to make you laugh, and I would like to make these clips interesting for you, and of course I hope they are useful and that you can learn something listening and watching them. So That's it from me today and see you soon.